Okay, I'm live now. I'm live. I'm live.
Hi guys, you're welcome to today's episode on Girls Hangout. Sorry for my voice. So today we're talking about child marriage and the effects of child marriage in West Africa, not just Nigeria. Because from research, I noticed it's everywhere, both sub-Saharan area, Asia, and other continents. So today we'll be talking about child marriage, like what is child marriage and the effect of it. Okay, today I have my co-host in the house. So my beautiful co-hosts, you know them as well, Cynthia and Gift. Hello. So, so ladies, what's your take on child marriage? Like, what do you think the effect? What do you think about it?
First of all, yeah, good day, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. So, my own opinion about child marriage. First of all, I think is due to poverty. In most cases, it's due to poverty and then lack of education. Because if a parent now have like 6 children and they cannot afford to take care of all of them, you understand, send them to school, and then maybe they have like 5 girls and a boy, and then they know that if my child get married at this age, there's a certain amount that comes to me as the father. That's the dowry that comes to me as the father now. And then that money now will help me to do other things in the house. So they don't even want to know about the child's age. They don't care. As long as the child is already like grown enough, they feel like, okay, this child can go. And they don't this thing, the side effects, most parents are not even aware about the side effect. All they need now is just for that child to go and for money to enter the family. That's what I think. That child marriage is actually not a good thing at all. Yeah, so
Yeah, well, from what my co this child marriage of a thing, it's like pushing two or one of because either one of the persons involved is younger, like way older age, or both. Because I know mostly it happens in India. Yes, I've seen in some cases like on the internet and movies. They have this whole tradition of marrying two young children together. I don't know the ritual. Some of them say it's probably to, let's say, to retain the family honor or
friendship,
bring friendship or yes, probably like that because of one
yeah.
business or the other that the father has or the connection he has with the family of that. And the annoying part is that the dowry is being paid by the girl. It's not even by the man. Okay, let's say I want to marry this girl now. The girl now, I've seen cases on TV where the father of the girl will be struggling, especially if she's from a poor family. He'll be struggling to gather money to go and pay for the child.
That's for India.
Yeah, mostly Indians they do that. Bangladesh, I think they said the highest rate of child marriage happens in Bangladesh, then followed by India. And I was surprised to even see Nigeria part of it. Nigeria
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm
Brazil.
telling you.
It's absurd. Like when you think of it, like seriously.
That's what I'm telling you, that it's poverty. Most of them do this thing because of poverty. You see a 30-year-old man now come in now, for instance, I'm not trying to be biased now, let's take our Igbo culture, for instance. A 30-year-old man comes now. Okay, no, let's leave it Igbo. See a 30-year-old man come in now and say, okay, I like this girl. And this child is old enough to be your own daughter, like is old enough to be your own daughter. I know that in most cases it can be in both gender, but it's more on the female child. And then they don't know the effect, they don't know the side effect. There's one movie I watched like a few months ago. They are Muslims here, and then the parents are like really, really poor. That's why I told you majority of it is because of poverty. When they see that the poverty is too much, they cannot handle it, and they know that this man is rich, he can take care of us financially. They just sell their daughter out. And then in that movie, the girl is about, I think, 14-year-old. In that movie, she was like 14-year-old. And then the girl wanted to go to school. She wanted to be a medical doctor. At first, the parents were trying to like help her and everything. Later on, they felt like it's waste of money because this girl will still end up marrying a man and she will end up in the kitchen, So the man came along one day and then saw the girl. The girl was very polite. She greeted the man and everything. And the man just had interest in her. He was just like the father comes, brings gifts for the mother, brings things for all of them. At first, the father was actually against it. But when the man came with the intention of marrying the girl, that he was going to change their life for good, like he was always giving the mother money, and the mother got attracted to that money. So when the intentions were made to the girl that okay, oh, this is the intention of this man, he wants to marry you. He was like, "Ah, this one is even older than my father. Eh, that in those days our mothers used to get married at the age of 17, at the age of, but nothing will happen. That's in those days. There are things that now are being discovered. Like when a child gets married at a tender age, she's exposed to different things. She can get cancer. There's cervical cancer. She can. There are so many diseases she can be exposed to. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And in those days, our parents they just use the herbal treatment. Just after everything, they are all right. She wanted to be a doctor, so she knows all these things. She was crying, telling the parents that she doesn't want. But the father was like, "With me and your mother, we already agreed. We are going to marry this man." Do you understand? And then she didn't know that they were taking her to the man's place. And then before she discovered, she was already in the man's house. Then she met some other women. The man had like 3 wives. And then this one says that story that she was 12 years old when the man married her. This one says she was 15. And then there was one other one that was locked in the room. She was always bleeding. She's very young, but she was always bleeding, but they just left her there. But she had issues. The man had sex with this girl. She was 14. Her body was not fully developed. They are we all develop in different ways and different forms. And I started bleeding, and then she died. She could not hold it. So I think that movie was, I cannot remember the title of the movie, but the movie was portraying the actual, what we are talking about, like the effect of child marriage. You get, so it, it's actually common in the northern part. And in most cases, some parents say that if the child is old enough, like 18, the child is exposed enough and from the to 15, that's I don't agree to that kind of marriage. But if the girl is 18 and above, like that's your, yeah, she can make her own decision. She knows that this is what I want. Old enough to okay, this is what I want to for. Then you can, and they are already exposed enough to know if something is wrong with you, the right source and not bad. But what I'm not even aware of. So I'm totally against it.
Yeah. Same here actually, because from when I was reading some articles concerning there's this 14-year-old girl. She just kept complaining she doesn't want the mother and she kept complaining she got when she did like her child very sick. She don't know what to do. She doesn't know where to go. She doesn't know who to go. Like it's bad. They're not talking of marriage. Like, they don't prepare them for marriage. It's saying even when like this in the way a manners transfer the women husbands just like a woman. From there, no education, no friends. She will be cut off from life as if she was supposed to enjoy that youth or at that adolescent age. Like she can't because now from just transfer to
Those ones,
Yes, that
they
one
are
is
aware
different.
about it.
Exactly.
You see me, I see you. If I don't like you, you go. If I like you, you stay.
They
If
can
we're
actually
into
decide
it,
to separate.
if we're into it for a year or two and we cannot get along, we find our way.
Your story.
You know, it works out for some people, it doesn't work out for some people. That's for adults.
That's
We are talking about children now. Children that, okay, this child is 12 years old. We are saying, come and carry this child. And then you start sleeping with the child.
obviously just how like it is.
So that is what we are talking about child marriage. You
Not even
understand?
about the whole
This is-
adults. Because I know adults they are old enough to make decisions.
They know what to
They
do.
know
They
what
know how
they
they
want
can
to
go
do.
out and
Yes.
talk. But children are still like they're
They
still
don't
in
know
their shell.
anything.
They're not even exposed to some certain things. You know, even as adults, even as adults, there are some things that I wouldn't know that Gift will know. I would ask for Gift's opinion about it, even as adults, you know.
Yes.
So it's not everything that you fully know. You get that's why some people go into marriage is thinking that, oh, I know this, I know that, I know this. You get into the marriage, you're learning things, you're still discovering new things about the person. Do you understand? So in a case where you take a 12-year-old child into a marriage, how do you want her to even find herself? Somebody has not even finished discovering who she is as a
Yeah.
person. She has not even gone through the phase of, okay, when I'm seeing my period, I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that, and you want her to nurture a child. Do you understand?
That's like from second.
So me, I still feel like
year.
any father that says my child is lack of knowledge. My Bible says my people perish for the lack of knowledge because they don't. If you don't tell me, if like have billions in your account, if you don't use your senses, you are still ignorant of me. You still don't know what you are doing. So it doesn't matter
I
if you are
think
building a
ignorance is just
relationship.
the basic word
Word
that
for
actually
it.
just to come because I don't see how a well-learned person, even if yes, I know they can
You
be
have all the
wealthy,
money.
but you might not even just have all the knowledge.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you feel that is the tradition of what people do, or it is a normal thing. Because I feel for you to even think of signing a contract that involves you selling your daughter,
It means you
to
don't
just
have
like
regards for that child.
yes, it's just like you're just doing because you say and you just look at it that well, it's the normal thing. It's a norm. It's something happening in their society. So they see it as a normal thing that well, my own will not be different. It's just imposing things that because at that age they don't even know. That's when there's this period in life where when you're growing up, you don't say that period, but they always sweet.
Yes.
You want to explore. I want to do this, want to do, you understand? But now all those things are being cut short just because your parents transferred you as a property to go and live with a man that is very old. And some of them, they believe when they transfer you to that man's house, you're not staying there. Automatically, they expect you to start doing your wife duty.
Exactly.
You don't know anything. You don't know how to even take care of a child. Even, and I'm very sure most of them have not even seen their period at that point.
Exactly.
But they're already being forced to have sex. How would you expect disease, all sort of disease from the man to enter the girl? You understand? And the next thing, they will expect you know definitely there's already these Indian people. Sorry for using the Indian because I watch a lot of Z World now. I see how they do. Yeah, now. So you will notice in the typical Indian family, they always live in a very big mansion.
Yeah.
Both mama or papa or grandfather or everybody will start. And you notice that the job of the kitchen is always for the wife
Yeah,
that the son will marry. Like seriously, how many people go for this? Even when the grandmother is sick, now you be the doctor, we go dey prescribe drug. Like I won't get like, and now you are being married as a young girl to the house, and automatically they expect you to start doing all those duties. And when you leave, and some of them, and the one that even killed me was the fact that they feel okay, like they don't want their child to get to a stage when they'll start knowing about sex. That they feel if a child gets to an age where she start knowing about sexual activity, that child is wayward. Like that's their belief. Oh. So they quickly like before my child will start thinking of that is let me put her in a man's house. So she'll be there to develop whatever thing. They'll not say, this one. That kind of like that's absurd. Like how you think because
So
of
like, how do you guys think? Like I was talking about child marriage, like you talked about it, you know what it's about, how it originated, people that they are into it with tradition, people that are not into it with tradition, people that are ignorant about it. How do you guys think like they can put an end to it?
The government just has to like set a strict band policy because I think they've actually done it, but you know, if it's not your child, it's not your child. You understand? And they still break the rules. They still do whatever it is that they want to do secretly. or even traditionally, and then we will say it's our tradition. And government cannot impose on somebody's tradition.
Yeah,
You know,
so
so I feel like if the government actually puts a banned policy that states if you violate a child's right at the age of this, at the age of that, you get a certain yes, you get a certain sentence, or the parents will be hanged, or the parents will be or the child will be removed from the parents automatically. The oppressor or the person that's coming to get married to that child is going to be imprisoned. When you give a strict policy, a strict um
that
yeah,
rule, like
strict
a
rule,
restriction, and say,
yes,
okay, this thing is
it
happening.
actually gets into their head, so they don't want to do that. You understand? But when you just say it, you just put it in written papers, and then it's just all said and done. They will look at it and they will go and do what they want to do. You
But
understand? So I feel like that's like the main thing, that they should put a strict rule that if you violate a child's rights on so account or so this, then I think it's going to work out. And then, of course, when you create job opportunities for all these people, because I feel like most times when you talk about child marriage, or when you encounter or see things that happen between children and other, it mostly reflects on the rural areas. It's because of how poor they are. Their infrastructure are so down. They don't have so many things that we in the urban, I'm so sorry, but thank God, we experience now in this developed cities. They don't have that. So because they're so ignorant of that, and they are poor again, their their farm work is not improving. It's just there, you understand, because they don't have all these opportunities that we do. So they tend to just ship off their child, even if, because there's no way you would give your child up and you will not feel bad, or you will not, you understand. Because of that, because of, they feel they don't have any choice. They can't take care of that child. They can't provide the basic needs of that child, and they still have other younger ones coming up, and they can't take care of those ones. They tend to give up the first available child that is,
yeah,
they think is up for, very matured, to,
grab.
yeah, to help them take off come out from this poverty. So I think, if the government can do that, improve most of these rural areas, give them, create job opportunities. Okay, they did not go to school, yes, but there are other things that you can do. You can give them, if it's farm they can do, they can do that. If it's hand jobs that they can do, they can actually learn that too. You give them opportunities so that they can, you know, place their focus. And of course, even all these young children, all these little children too, because they cannot go to school, their parents cannot afford the schools. So why not give them a government school that they don't have to pay? They can go and learn freely, you understand? And then you pay off these teachers, you understand? They can do that too. So it's part of it. And then I feel like if government can, like, increase how,
Okay, so basically what you're saying now is you're saying that government should put a rule. That's the first this
yes,
thing you said. And then you talked about empowering the rural areas and the communities and stuff like that. See, let me go back to that government putting a rule. Government cannot tackle this kind of issue with rules. What they need to do is, like you said it now, is rural and it's traditional. You go to the traditional, like you connect, like if
no,
you
that's not what I'm
no
saying.
wait, I get what you're saying. If you want to put a rule, eh, you let these people, it's a rural community. Let's just emphasize on that because that's where it mostly takes place. You go there now, you tackle their tradition. Do you understand? You tackle their tradition. Some of them are not even exposed to what they are even doing. They don't even have an idea of the risks these children are in. So when you put them together, you do lectures, you tell them the risks at it, what the children can be exposed to, what they are limited to, what they cannot. These children can be doctors, they can be different things, they can be lawyers, so you cannot sell them out at the early age. So when you tackle it from the root, like the traditional root, the information gets to the top. You understand? It starts from the traditionalists. It starts getting to the parents and then to the mothers, and people will have the idea. Like when you educate them about all these things, the importance, the risks at it, what the children are, what they can do. If you don't take them out at that early age, there's so many things they can achieve in life. Many of them can travel out of the country and become big people in life. You don't sell them out because they are female children and you think they will all end up in the kitchen. That's the mentality that most parents have had in the past times. And then when I think I'm talking too much, but one of us will talk.
I want to say something.
I feel like when if this is Nigeria, rule cannot stay in this place. If they put the rule like the next 24 hours, everybody will turn their face
Exactly
away.
what I'm saying.
Everybody will turn their face away. So, but when you talk to these traditionalists, like they are the rulers of the town, they know that this thing is not good for our children. Like you've already told them all the scary things you want to tell them about it, and tell them all the sweet things their female children can become if they only give them the opportunity to just study. And okay, earn something, learn how to do something. Just give them the idea of what your children can become in life if you don't take them out at that early age. So parents they'll say, my daughter want to be a doctor. She want to go to Obodo Yibo. They start having that idea, that mentality. They will not want to sell their children out. Even if they are poor, they'll start connecting their uncles that is in Lagos. Please come and carry Ada to Lagos, or come and carry Adiza to Lagos. Let Adiza start learning some things, or she goes to school. From that age, they start.
So I want to ask something. So what happens to the communities that do not abide in laws or their traditions? Let's say they do not have any traditions in that community. It's just basic knowledge. If the government can tackle with the ones that have traditions, then they can. You understand? But if they do an all-round rule that ban or restrict, yes, this child marriage.
We are saying the same thing.
Yes, but because you are saying traditions. What I'm saying is that most men, and especially because most times the women cannot even say anything, their wives cannot say anything, and even if they are like against it, most men they will be like, it's my child. So if I want to give my child to this person, I can. You understand? Because it's your child, it's your child. But you're forgetting that even that child too can also be a government property, one way or the other.
Well, that doesn't work.
Exactly why I'm saying that if they put that rule, aside tradition, it's going whether they like it or not.
Did you even grow up in Nigeria though? This is Nigeria that they will put rule, they'll put rule and they will still break it. The people that put the rule,
that is why there will be a penalty for every person that breaks a rule.
See, I understand what even if those stakeholders, those people that put the rules down, they still go back behind camera to take these children at early age, at 16. Majority of all these outside men, without the law, they will still do what they want to do. So whether they put, sorry, Esther, you come in. Whether they put a rule or they don't put a rule, the fact that if these people still want to do it, they will do it. Government will just stop. There are NGOs that tackle this issue. There are plenty NGOs, But then if these people want to do it, they will still do it. Do you understand? It is my daughter. If I want to, government cannot come and tell me that, okay, don't give your daughter out. Where is the provision where I used to feed my daughter? But when you sit these parents down and tell them the potentials of what their children are capable of doing when you don't sell them out, you're talking to the parents one-on-one. This is not about the people that, you're not putting rules down. Rules will not work. You're telling me now, for instance, I have a child I want to give out for marriage. And there's a rule that states that you don't give your child out. And then somebody comes to tell me now, Esther comes to tell me and lecture me that, Lydia, if you give your daughter out at this age, she will not be exposed to different things. She cannot be a doctor. She cannot, but if she stays with you and she learns how to do some certain things, she can be a doctor and she can take care of this. She'll take you to outside country. I'm already aware of what my child can become. This is not about the government now. I'm already, personally now, individually, I already know what my child will be. So I don't need somebody else to come and tell me that you have to sell your child to make money. Because I know that if my child stays with me and I work hard, and I send her to school, she'll become a doctor and I'll have a better life. So that the government puts law or they don't put law. But then the law, this is Nigeria. This is Nigeria. Nothing stays. You cannot put a law and say that if you marry a child, you go to prison for 16 years. Majority of these senators go back to their own farm. Take girls of 16 and 18-year-old, whether the law is there or the law is not there. They're just saying it for camera. They're just even most of them that wrote the law down, that state it down, they can't even remember. Take for instance our president. Some things that you will say, you will still be asking himself, like, am I the one that said this thing? You know, there is this recent thing happening now, this SARS thing, and SARS protest. So there was a video that was going viral yesterday that Lagos State Governor Sanwo-Olu went to visit him and was telling him some things, and he was laughing. The governor, that's the president that doesn't even understand what is happening in his own country. Is that person that will come and put law down? They'll come and say there will no child marriage. You go through the parents, go through touch their soul, tell them things that if you give Cynthia out at age 12, Cynthia will not be who she is now. She'll be locked up for life. She'll not be exposed. She cannot do what she wants to do. But if you let her stay with you, even if you can, just try. There are opportunities. That's what I'm talking. When you talked about that empowerment program, I really liked it because there are some things you can do for the child that you can teach the child how to make hair. And abroad looking for someone that knows how to make it, they take her and then she becomes a good person in life, you know. So that's why I'm telling you that law cannot stay. I don't know what Esther has to say, but law cannot stay in Nigeria. So I don't know if you grew up in Nigeria, but this Nigeria that we are in, law cannot stay in it.
Actually, from what both of you said, I actually understand where you guys are coming from, but from my own side, to be very honest, law cannot stop it. Number one. You see, government, to be honest, they are busy with different things. They say like, is it my business? People also say they are like so nonchalant about their society generally. I don't even feel, normally, yes, it should be one of their duties. They owe it to us as a people, as a citizens. Good. But as it is like this, to be realistic like this, law does not help. I feel the only way the government can actually take part in all this thing. Okay, well, let me just say the government generally, because I feel the way it is, government are busy with dealing with different things, exporting, importing, doing anything that shall bring money to their table. That's what they're interested in right now. So the only thing is this is for us to like encourage, because most NGOs are into this. It is only these NGOs that can go to the root of all these things, because they're the ones that can go talk to their parents, go to their houses, and they're the ones that can still organize this empowerment program for, especially for the girls, the boys, at least bring one or two handwork that they can learn. Because that's what I feel.
That's the only thing I feel like government can do. Empower them.
NGO self is no non-governmental. That's why I'm not
putting
them in this matter.
They
are not interested. The way it is, you will know they are not interested. They'll say after it's not they're picking, I mean, they're selling, they won't do. It is not their business, but it is wrong. But the only truth here is the NGOs that can actually do this. They're the only ones that can go down.
That's what I was saying.
And another thing is, when you're doing all these things, show them action speaks louder than voice. When they bring up action that, okay, we have this program, we'll bring your girls, even if it's for them to bring people that have testimony of what all these things have done. Yes, show them, let them see proof, not be talk, let them see proof. Then at least you can actually, when you hit them a hand, they will now understand.
That's what I meant by
going
through the roots. Teach them through their parents.
When you go to the roots, definitely they will understand that, okay, since there are people that have actually experienced stuff like this. So I'm sure they will tell you, this is it, I've been in this situation, my parents have been in this situation. So that is the only way those people can relate to you, until they see you as a fool. Because you just talk, they say, oh, so you just talk, if I tell you, feed my family. See how we are suffering.
You show them documentaries,
you show them things,
let them know what has happened.
And as you are showing them, you are creating an empowerment program for them. Let them see. Just show them that, okay, we have this program, come and register your child and see what they do. I think those things like that now will now encourage them to do it. So sorry, I'm sorry, my viewers. We were lost in the discussion actually. I've seen some very nice comments. One from Movie Busters. Thank you for joining us. I love you being keep it up, sugar. Thank you so much. I'm honored. Then one from Mrs. Agnes Annie. This is one of my best program on YouTube. May God give you girls the grace to go on. Amen.
Amen.
Government has to find an end to this child marriage. Giving out a child out of marriage is an act of very big wickedness. Wickedness from the high place. She says it's really annoying. I swear it's really, really annoying. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, I'm really, really honored. Like many of you are coming out to encourage us because these are topics we need to really tackle and bring a solution to make our country a better one, to make our world a better one, so that our coming generation can have a conducive place to live in, where they have freedom to do good. So, well, my beautiful co-host, do you have any other thing to like add or
I think we've said it all.
okay?
Me, I have something to say. Child marriage doesn't just happen in rural areas. Check your community, check your environment, check things that are not being
Check your
done, like check your
neighbors.
neighbors. There are things that are happening every day in our environment. So just look out. You don't necessarily have to speak up, but you can reach out to any nearest NGOs. I don't know if you have some list, but you can just go online, Google, we have forms, and then you check. Reach out to any NGOs you can lay your hands on and tell them what's happening. You don't have to review your
Yeah, or you
identity.
can even be like a personal NGO. You know, you can help
If you have
with,
the
yeah,
funds
if you know you have the funds and you
and
can
you're
help.
led by God,
Yeah, you can. I think you can help the child or provide for the parents,
Led
even
by
if
God.
it's not
you're
like
led by God. Yeah.
much, but at least to an extent where you can like remove a little part of the burden that they bear. Then I think it's going to make a difference and it's going to go a long way
So
for the
we
family.
don't know how far this video is going and the people that is reaching out to, but to our parents, even those in rural areas, female child matters. We matter. We are very important in the community. We have majority of females that have done so well in life. Like they are doctors, they are lawyers, they are different. They are good in different vocations in life, and they are doing very well. So don't end your child's life by giving her out at the early age, please. I hope this video reached you well. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Thank you, Cynthia. I got another message from African Comedy Showcase. Hello, Sugar. I love the program. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Then this is really a topical issue, especially to this part of the world. Yeah, yeah, and it's actually a very good opportunity for us to have this. It's a very good one for us to have the opportunity to come talk about it, to reach out to people. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys listen to what our co-host said. Cynthia, please try and reach out to all NGOs you can, lay your hands on, and lend a helping hand to help curtail this child marriage of a thing. So thank you for joining us, and please don't forget to join us next week Friday, the same time, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Nollywood Television, and click like and comment. So we're still here for you. Subscribe to it. Thank you so much for joining us on today's show, and
See you next
see
week.
you next time. Okay, bye.